And welcome to video 2 on simple interest, where we're going to continue finding different parts of the formula. In this case, we're going to find the amount of time. So we've found the interest, we've found the rate, and we've now going to go to time. How long does it take an account with $400 at 2% to earn $36? So of course, we remember, I like a different color. We remember I party. I equals PRT. Interest, principal, rate, and time. Interest is earned or paid. Principal is borrowed or deposited. Rate is a percent as a decimal. And time is in years. All right? So that's very important stuff. You don't need to write all that down. That was just a reminder. I'm going to actually clear it off so I can do the math. So how long does it take for an account to earn, an account with 400 at 2% to earn $36? So when we use our I party, earning $36 is our interest. The principal, 400 bucks. The rate was 2%. As a decimal, 0.02. And of course, the amount of time, that's what we're looking for. So I could manipulate this formula. I could have manipulated and said I equals PRT. I could have divided by P and R. I could divide by P and R, and I could tell you that T is equal to the interest earned divided by the principal and the rate. But I don't like to spend my time doing all that. I understand it can be done. And it's done just as simply by putting the numbers into the formula and solving for the left variable, the one that's left. So when I multiply those two numbers, 400 times 0.02, I end up with 8. So 36 is equal to 8t. And when I divide by 8, t is equal to 4.5. That means 4.5 years. It means 4.5 years. If I convert it into months, which I don't want to do, but I would multiply it by 12, and that would be 54 months. So if you had something that ended up being 54 months, you divide that by 12 and get 4.5. So 4.5 years is the answer. Moving on. You deposited $1,000 into an account with 7.5% interest rate. How long did it take the account to earn $187.50? Okay? So, I party, filling in the amount of information that we have. Well, it says earn $187.50, so that's what goes for interest. 1,000 is what we deposited, so that's the principal. 7.5 is the interest rate, as a decimal, 0.075. And of course, how long? We don't know. So we take our calculator and we start to multiply. And we got that 1,000 times 0.075 is 75. 187.50 is equal to 75t. Dividing by 75, we get that time is equal to 2.5, or 2.5 years. So 2.5 years, right? 30 months, 2.5 years, 2.5 years. As long as you say the answer in years, you're good. Just knowing that 2.5 years is 30 months, by the way. One more example, and we're just about done with this lesson and this unit. Find an amount paid on a loan. And of course, I could do 1,000 more examples of different types of questions, but as we go through our assignments, you're going to be doing them and you're going to be asking questions in class. Anyway, you borrow 300 bucks to buy a guitar. The simple interest is 12%. You pay off the loan after 4 years. How much do you end up paying for the loan? This is like finding the total amount in the account. I equals PRT. So we want to find out how much interest did we have to pay. So we go $300 as our principal. Time the interest rate is 12%, so 0.12. and it says it takes us 4 years to pay it off. So when we multiply all those numbers together, we get $144. The interest is $144. So now we take the $300 that it costs for the guitar, and we add that to the $144 that we pay in interest, so we end up paying $444 for that guitar. Very simple. So once again, there's other examples that I could give. I don't want to spend all day doing them, but different ways and different types of questions that they could ask you that you need to use the skills that we just learned and manipulate them in a different way to come up with the answer that you want. So ladies and gentlemen, please, 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 that's the end of our video. Let's do our quick write. Find the amount of time if the interest is $2,064, if the principal was $10,000 and the rate was 6.88%. Please find the amount of time, always using I party. I equals PRT. Ladies and gentlemen, when you're done, please, questions that you have. You're going to get more questions from working hard on your assignment than you are just sitting here looking at what we just did. But questions on simple interest. Okay? When you're done with the quick write, please begin working on your assignment. 45 quality minutes using aggressiveness and urgency. And again, as you come to those questions that might be asked in a way that you're going, I really don't know what they're asking there. I don't know how to find that. Those are questions you bring to class. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, you are awesome. Thank you so much for all your participation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good quality effort the rest of the night. I will see you tomorrow.